Archer and the Devil.
Welcome to episode... What are you laughing at? You can't laugh. I haven't started yet.
Yes, well,
Welcome to episode 13
dirty.
of Archer and the Devil. The Devil's favourite number. It's got to be the Devil's
It's not my
favourite
favourite number. It's number 10.
I don't know why. I really don't know why I fucking bother. I really don't. You could have gone along with it, and we could have got a whole fucking thing going and everything else, and you just go, nah.
Number 10.
See them chips? I'm going to piss right on them.
You could have... Well, you did say, right, 6 seconds before we started, this is technically my podcast because it's 13, which is a spooky number. But...
At no point then did you mention that 10 was your number until I said it as we was recording.
You know why 10's my favourite number? And this is a good segue into the first couple of minutes of the show that I want to talk about.
Go on.
Because Roberto Baggio wore number 10.
Right.
And then Zidane wore number 10.
They're footballers.
They're footballers, if you don't know. And I've got a stopwatch ready on my phone. I'm going to speak about football for 2 minutes.
Why only 2 minutes?
Because there's a lot of people who are going to go, fuck's sake, you talk about football.
But tough shit. We talk about a lot of bollocks and we never put a time limit on it.
I know.
We talked about fucking Nando's for about 20 minutes the other week.
I'll put it on for 2 minutes. If you carry on longer and you're still listening, you're forward 2 minutes and I'm still talking about football.
Okay.
I'm not even sorry, but I'm going to try and limit it to 2 minutes.
Okay, go for it.
Right, 3, 2, 1.
Wait,
West
what
Bromwich
football?
Albion got promoted to the Premier League yesterday.
Say that again. I talked all over you.
West Bromwich Albion Football Club got promoted to the Premier League.
Boing,
yesterday.
boing, baggies.
That's the
Boing,
one.
boing.
So for those that don't know, I was born in West Bromwich.
Them boys.
I'm a West Brom fan. I was a West Brom season ticket holder for 8 years before I started going travelling. I'm very happy.
I don't blame you.
I'm ecstatically happy.
I'm kind of happy as well because the Villa almost haven't gone down.
Well, it looks like you need a draw or a win and you're good.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
No,
is that right?
I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention.
You're playing West Ham. You're playing West Ham on Sunday. Everyone in the Premier League is playing their last game of the season on Sunday. And I think, if you win, you're safe.
But I know we shouldn't have won the other day. The other day?
The other day.
The other day. We shouldn't have won the other day.
Other day.
And we did beat Arsenal.
1-0.
And that was like 3 points that nobody ever expected.
It was not.
From what I understand, that's a good thing. From what I remember of football.
From what you remember of football.
From what I remember of football.
It is weird, because I know you're one of those people, you talk about football, you'll get back into football for about 5 minutes every 3 years.
No, what it is, right, I used to be a massive Villa fan, go down the Villa every weekend, every other weekend, whatever, blah, 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 blah. My mum and my brother are Blues fans.
Okay.
And I am a Villa fan, which obviously always causes no end of excitement. And I was a Villa fan through and through, followed them every week, watched it when I could, whatever. Then the Villa decided that they wanted to employ a Blues manager. Not even an ex-manager. I think he was the current manager at the time.
I remember this.
And they poached him, something like that. He wasn't even a good manager.
I think it was.
It was Alex McLeish.
Oh, yeah. No, he wasn't current, he was ex.
Yeah, so he weren't far off, though.
No, it was like a year in
he was
between.
like a shit manager at the Blues, so they went, I know what we need. We need a shit manager from our biggest rival.
Just quickly, if you have gone 2 minutes and we're still talking about it, so sorry about that.
We are still talking about football. But from that moment, that was kind of my realisation that they don't really give a fuck about the fans. They don't.
The thing is,
don't.
I will say, just about, and I'm not talking about football now, I'm talking about the business side of it, and fans. I hate football fans. Just fucking detest them. And I've had this thing where if you're listening to this and you're a girl, and your boyfriend is a football fan, or if you're a guy whose girl is a football fan, or if you're gay and your significant other, either way, look at their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram activity on what they talk to footballers like. And if they abuse people because they didn't kick the ball how they wanted them to kick the ball, break up with them now.
Break up with them now. You heard it here first.
It's the same way. You know when people are like, I judge people on how they tip waiters?
Right.
I judge grown men by how they talk to footballers and how...
Do people do that?
Yeah, oh my God, dude.
Do they tweet directly
it's fucking
at
unreal.
footballers? Really? Saying that, there was something on the news today about that kid from the Blues, that 17-year-old.
Jude Bellingham.
And he's been getting... Because he's left the Blues. People
27 million has gone to Borussia Dortmund.
And they're all like giving him racist abuse and all this sort of shit, and the police are investigating him.
Birmingham City have.
Shut up.
He played one season for them. They retired his shirt number.
What the
which is absolute tin pot, but there you go.
Isn't he like the most expensive teenager in football?
The most expensive 17-year-old.
And I mean, that goes to show.
Rooney went to United for 30 million.
That goes to show that he played one season at the Blues and went, nah,
yeah,
I'm out of here.
But there is that whole thing of like football fans criticise the loyalty of players. And I'm like, the club doesn't have any loyalty, so why the fuck would players have loyalty? And not only that, it's a job.
Because it is.
So if I was doing a job and then another company in a better area meant I could have a better home, earn more money, and potentially have more prestige in the same field, I'd fucking go.
But it's literally a field. The thing is, headhunting is an actual job.
Yeah, it is.
Like a professional headhunter is a job. So people will poach one person from one company to another. So why is it?
Yeah.
Why is it such a shock that football?
That it happens in sport. But it's like, you're entertaining me,
But
so you have to
also-
entertain me the way I want to be entertained.
But also, it's not just a new thing, footballers leaving their club.
It really is.
I think I can name
7.
2 players that have pretty much stayed at their
Oh,
club.
one they're called like one club players.
Yeah, Gerrard was one.
Gerrard played. Did you play for Rangers? No, he played for LA Galaxy at the end.
Oh, yeah, what about Scholesy?
Scholesy was. Scholes was. Giggs was. Gary Neville was. Lampard went to Man City.
That's what I'm saying, there's not many of them.
In this country, Tony Adams was. There's a handful. There's not
why
many.
are people so surprised?
I know. But not only that, the thing is, there have been players who've been at clubs for 20 years, and clubs have gone, I don't really need you anymore, you can go. So there's no loyalty there from the club.
No.
So why are you surprised when players go, oh, you want to pay me how much? Triple the amount. Do the same thing.
No, because Dave on Twitter said he wants me to stay.
Yeah.
So, I'm loyal to Dave because I know that if a player comes out that's better than me, Dave will stick with me.
Exactly.
Dave will stick with me
Of course
through
he
and
will.
through. If I play bad, Dave will stick with me.
Dave will stick with him.
Big Dave on Twitter. He'll stick with me, Dave will.
Rob's looking at us like, the fuck are you on about?
You know Dave on Twitter? Karen's husband.
Oh, Dave.
You know Dave?
You know Dave.
Still talking about football?
Yeah. Have you zoned out? Thanks for listening, producer Rob. Right, we will start talking about football now because we've gone way over. But I just wanted to say once more, West Bromwich Albion have been promoted to the Premier League, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Happy days.
I haven't got headphones today. I forgot them, and this is weird doing it without headphones.
And do you know what? You're talking so much like normal.
Am I?
Yeah.
How do I normally talk?
A lot quieter on
Do
podcast.
I?
Yeah, not like yourself. This is the devil's real voice. People
okay.
always say to me, I tell you what, I bet you two in a pub, I bet everyone looks at you, don't they, to me? And I'm like,
Oh, I'm
no.
loud as fuck.
No, like, no. You've not, no. No.
I think I am louder, but the pitch of your voice is higher.
Yes.
That's the only
The
thing.
next door neighbour said that to me the other
Especially
day.
when you get excited.
He said, I can always hear you. He said, no, not like in a bad way. He said, I think it's just the tone of your voice.
Yeah, you have got... Like, because the thing is, we've checked the volumes on this several times, and we are the same volume. But even when I listen back to it, I always listen back once just to make sure that...
You have a deeper voice.
I do have a deeper voice.
Yeah.
I didn't know how deep my voice was, so I started doing the podcast.
You sound really loud now.
Do I?
Like, to the point where I'm going, do I want to turn this down a little bit? You've never been so loud. It's almost like you put a headset on and you go, yeah, so this is Sonny's inside voice. Welcome to Smooth FM.
Smooth FM. No, like, I am generally the loudest human being I know.
Do you think we'd be good on a radio station? Apart from you with your C-bombs, I think you'd need
There was one C-bomb.
You think, yeah.
On
like
episode 2.
Week 2.
We did discuss it at the start, not to... Is it because of YouTube?
The only word... No, it's just because it's not
It's a noise you make
great
with your
word.
mouth.
Yeah, but... Well, I'm saying that. I've spent the last month pissing people off, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It doesn't really make any difference.
Okay, let's... there's a couple of things we can discuss. The first one's being masks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to discuss it?
I mean...
It hasn't got to be a long discussion. Okay, let's just say this. Wear a mask or fuck yourself. Like, that's pretty much...
My rant has had over 1,000 views.
Really. Your rant was phenomenal.
My rant wasn't even about people wearing masks.
If you haven't seen the rant, I have shared it on the Arch of the Devil
Yeah.
Facebook page. It is worth watching.
I spent 2 days, again... I say argue. People say arguing. I say educating. There's a difference. Educating fucking idiots on why we're wearing a mask. Well, not even a mask, a face covering. It could be a scarf. For
It
fuck's
literally
sake.
could be.
So
You
everyone's.
can wear like fucking the mask from V for
You could
Vendetta.
just pull your t-shirt up. It's the same thing.
I don't think they'll allow that.
Because they will. It's a
They
face
wouldn't.
covering.
No, they wouldn't allow that.
Why?
Because you have to hold it the whole way. I love that you're actually doing it right now. 'Cause
Face covering?
we're not filming this one as well. This is just audio, and Jake right now has got his t-shirt.
Either way, people couldn't understand why
My thing is,
we was doing it in 2 weeks and not immediately.
Like, when I went to the protest before, I wore face coverings and stuff like that. But I brought one just to stick like over the for the ear.
If you coloured this bit in,
where my beard isn't,
yeah, you'd look like you're wearing a mask. You know, just like sharpie
a
them
hairy
2
mask.
little bits there.
I've got a fur mask on.
Yeah, but nobody would double, like, they wouldn't go, oh. They would just go, oh, he's getting some, on you come, mate, come on. Just colour
I could just not trim my moustache for like 2 months.
Just grow it over.
Just comb it down. Eating's going to be a problem.
Dare you?
No, I don't want to.
Dare you? A double dare you?
You can dare
Rob
me.
daring.
I dare you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm 7 years old and a bit of peer pressure affects me, so I'm absolutely going to do it now.
Everybody on social media, please dare, Sonny.
Yeah, cool. Again, I don't. Social peer pressure does nothing to me, so.
He's also got no headphones on, so if I whisper really quietly.
I can still
He can
you're in
still
the same
hear
room
what I'm
as me.
saying.
Like, you're sat a foot away from me.
I don't have an inside
Well,
voice.
more than a foot.
I don't have an inside.
But yeah, so I mean,
We are sat the appropriate current amount
no,
that's
it's longer.
needed
This
at
is
this
over a
time.
metre.
I think it's, yeah. Is that what it is?
I fucking
And these are like,
I don't fucking care anymore. Just go and lick people. Go and
have
lick.
you seen what Radio 1 are doing?
Nah.
Up yours, Corona.
Shouldn't it be? Have you heard what Radio 1 are doing?
No, because it's all on the website as well.
Yeah, okay.
So they're trying to get all 193 or 92 countries as recognised by.
Go on.
I want to say
NATO.
the UN.
No,
the UN.
That's the United Nations.
Yeah, so all the countries recognised by the UN, they're trying to
That's
get.
193.
They're trying to get somebody from each country or somebody in each country to just shout "Up yours, Corona." Whether it could be in the native language or it could just be somebody in that country.
We don't have to do this, but how many countries do you think you could name? It would be a really boring podcast if we did it, so we're not going to do it. But how many do you think?
I don't know because as I'm doing it, I would remember more.
Yeah. Do you ever do that thing with the American states?
Yes, and then when you do
I always
it,
forget one.
and you,
It's always fucking one.
I would never get more than probably 15
Okay.
states.
Really?
Just for the sake of the podcast with the American states thing, let's have a states off.
What
No.
to see who?
No, because it's fucking boring. If you're sitting here listening now, will I go, Missouri,
Yeah,
New Mexico?
I don't
Like,
know that.
No
many.
one wants to hear that.
He would win anyway. He would.
I would win.
He would win because
would
I my memory's awful.
I'm good at geography.
Oh,
I was always great at geography at school. I'm great with flags.
I'm good at angles.
What?
I was good at maths. I'll say maths. I was good at certain parts of
Okay.
maths.
Like trigonometry is a strong point of yours.
Yes, is that the angles?
Fuck it is. I mean, if you have to ask,
I didn't
then
know.
I'm
it
probably
was-
going to go with no, you're not.
Yeah, I'm just not very good at like counting shit, like adding stuff up.
I was all right at maths. I was failing maths all the way through to my exam and then passed it. And the guy used to copy. I failed it
I didn't
because I was more interested in the two girls who used to sit behind me.
I didn't get any GCSEs.
Did you not?
Not one.
How did you not? I think I failed
Just
science.
didn't care enough,
But
basically.
in science, I mean, I've told the story about when I kicked out of science, so that's a close reason as to why I failed science, because I used that as, remember Dexter's Laboratory?
No,
That cartoon?
no.
Okay, it was a show about this little evil genius kid. That was me at school in science. I just wanted to blow shit up. That was it. That was all I cared about.
I shouted gold for a year.
Oh, our teacher.
No, for every answer,
Gold.
just gold. What's it? Gold. Because I was a fucking idiot.
How many times were you right, though?
Must
have been
possibly once, and then I think the
must
whole
have been
class
once.
cheered. So obviously that just kept me going then, because I
Right,
thought, well,
okay.
at some point I'm going to be right again.
It'll
So-
come back round.
Yeah.
This is going to come around. There'll be a
Yeah.
second time.
Like periodic tables, like this is my fucking. I'm in.
What was
I'm in.
What was your favourite? How many? Is there 46 in the periodic table?
Oh, I don't fucking know, mate.
What's the symbol for gold?
AU.
Hey,
Hey,
AU. Yeah, I don't really know any others, but I remember that one.
One of the things that we can talk about, we're about 10 minutes in, we're running that conversation already. We're not going to run out of conversation. But one thing I do want to discuss is lion on shark or shark on lion.
I'm not again.
I just want to reiterate that every single person I've spoken to about this, and there have been a few, that have contacted me after listening to the podcast and been like, your mate is a dickhead.
Right, okay, so I want to address a fact that if anybody followed our social media, at any point.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you're going
and
to say.
fucking, I called it before he'd even done it.
You called it on the podcast?
I called it on the podcast.
Yeah, but that was about the shark and the lion, not about
No,
the
it wasn't.
bear.
It was about the bear and the gorilla.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Listen back. You said, I don't want to see, like, an uncharacteristic difference in size of shark and lion.
I called the fact that you would mug me off.
I didn't mug you off.
And so he posted a fucking picture of a bear, and he told me it was the only picture he could find with fucking nunchucks.
With nunchucks.
It looked like the saddest fucking, most depressed fucking bear you've ever seen.
He looked like he just broke his nunchucks.
And he was like somebody had hit him with his own nunchucks, and he felt sad about that.
No, what did the gorilla look like?
The gorilla? Oh, well. The gorilla looked like a fucking superhero. It looked like if the Avengers...
He had armour on.
If the Avengers...
The
Didn't he
gorilla
have
had
wings?
armour on.
Didn't he have wings?
I don't think. Let me have a look. I'm crying. Right, go to our
Fucking
Instagram.
mugged me off.
It's Instagram.
Proper.
It's Instagram.com, or just search. Why am I giving you the website? Like
It's Instagram.com. If you've never used Instagram before,
Oh my god!
that's where you find it.
It's Archer the Devil.
Instagram.com. There's another one, Facebook.com.
I'm genuinely
as well.
crying. Fucking hell!
If you want to look on there.
Right.
If you don't fancy that, there's Twitter.com as well.
Go to Instagram. I need a minute.
Instagram.com
Jesus
/ Archer and the Devil. Type that http / www dot. You know, we are.
I think it's .com/user/ Archer and the Devil.
We are
Oh my God.
absolutely educational on this podcast.
Oh man!
Think of all the
Right.
people we've just introduced to Twitter
Don't
and
know
Instagram
why.
and that now.
Who I thought was searching our Instagram page on the laptop. Like it's fucking 1998.
And even if you did, you still wouldn't put Instagram.com in first, would you? You would just type in Archer and the Devil and
I
chances are
honestly
it'd come
hurt. I
up.
genuinely hurt. Okay, right. Go to Archer and the Devil. And it's the last picture I posted. It's the one with the gorilla fighting a bear. I didn't make this picture. I found it on the internet.
If he did, though, that's exactly how he would have made it.
If you swipe over one, there's a picture of the saddest bear you'll ever see.
You know, like how Winnie the Pooh was like depressed. Imagine Winnie the Pooh, like if someone had just stood on his toe.
Oh, man.
That's how upset this
The thing
fucking
is, his
bear is.
nunchucks are fucking huge as well. Like,
I think they're pieces of plastic
they're like
fucking pipe.
the
I don't
two
even think
cricket
they're
bats with
nunchucks.
rope in between them, basically. And then the
Mug me
one
off.
after, is,
Absolutely.
it's the gorilla
With 6 foot swords.
with 6 foot swords,
Armour.
curved with perforated edges.
You could imagine that he had a fan on him, like blowing his hair back in the photo shoot and everything.
If The Rock played this gorilla,
It's
that's the
exactly
best
that.
example of it. But he was also a ninja on the side.
Didn't The Rock play a gorilla? I know
No,
he was
he
in
was
a
in
film with a gorilla.
It's fucking shit. What's it called?
Is it Rampage?
That's it. Yeah, it's based on a little computer game.
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. So every time I watch a film, I have to IMDb it because I'm a fucking dork like that. I like trivia. That's why I know things.
You like to sound intelligent, is what you're trying to
No,
tell
I just thought okay. I've never told anyone but now because I've researched it.
me. This is why I think
can tell
I'd be more intelligent if I could remember shit.
I don't remember a lot.
I think I'm Elon Musk level of intelligence.
Elongated Musk.
I think I'm as intelligent as elongated
Oh
Musk.
my god!
I just can't remember the shit that I know. I genuinely think that's true. I think
Based on what?
just life, just me.
But by that argument, if I can have a conversation, you'd at least have some kind of basis of. I know something about it. I just can't remember it.
No, that's just the problem.
Oh,
Like
that
I
is
know
the
a lot of
problem.
shit about a lot of shit. I just can't remember the shit.
That's fair. And I have got. I think it's age. I'm getting old. Memories going.
No, I've always been like it.
I remember random things. Like I remember that Mozambique. This is always my fact. You know when someone's like telling me something I didn't know just about something. If you
You're
know,
going to have to turn him down a lot, you know.
Am I really loud?
Do you not think he's louder?
No?
Really?
Maybe your headphones are louder.
Maybe it's... No, but boy can... No. Anyway, carry on. Mozambique.
You know when someone says like, "Oh mate, that guy's a dickhead." Oh, tell me something I didn't know. My response is always, Mozambique is the only country to be in the Commonwealth of Nations that wasn't in the British Empire.
For fuck's sake.
That is something that not many people know.
I didn't even listen to the fact because I was too busy. Like, looking at you, rolling my eyes, going, okay.
Some bullshit's about to be said now. We've been here before. The devil is about to say some bullshit.
Do you not think, like, post-lockdown podcasts have been...
Better.
Not better, just
funnier.
Very different.
I think.
Like literally, we've gone, fuck all's happened for months. Like, nothing has happened for fucking months. Months and months. We've got nothing to talk about, so let's just talk bullshit for an hour, which was what the whole point of the podcast was in the first place.
That's how it started, and then the world fell upside down. And basically, we're like a week away from 17 feet bats flying around.
Do you...
breathing fire and...
Do you feel...
shitting laser beams.
Okay. New tip. Did you know if you write pew pew in your iMessages, iPhone, you get lasers the other
found
end?
out about... Well, you showed me. No, I found out about a month ago.
I didn't know that.
Someone's
Cool as
messaged me
fuck,
saying
innit?
pew pew, and I was like, what the fuck?
You get the sound
just
effects and
happened?
everything.
You do. Do you know if you hold down send, it comes down with a list, and you can send confetti or invisible...
Loud.
I
I always go loud.
Yeah.
Because then they know it's from me then.
I forget to do it.
They know it's from me then. Oh, well, I never text anyone. I always use WhatsApp.
Yeah, I don't... See, this is the thing, right?
You don't use WhatsApp because you're weird.
I fucking hate using WhatsApp. I WhatsApp one person and our group chat. That's it. I don't like it.
Why?
Because especially if you've got an iPhone, which you both have, right?
Yeah.
Just use... It's the same thing, but it's better.
But it's not.
It is.
But it's not.
No, because your whole thing... And I remembered this after our podcast... When you, I can't remember what the context was now, but I said to you, like, do you really trust Apple? And you were like, yeah, kind of. But you don't use iMessage because you don't trust Apple?
Correct. I trust Apple not to get me viruses on my phone. I don't trust Apple. To be fair, though, the FBI and shit have asked Apple for conversations and to unlock phones and stuff, and they've said, jog on.
So can we use iMessage from now on, please?
No.
Why?
Because it's not encrypted end-to-end. Like WhatsApp is. So if for some reason the FBI want to get hold of my conversations, fuck them.
What are our conversations on WhatsApp, really?
Just saying. You never know.
What did you
mate, you
talk about
never
today?
know.
I looked at my...
We've talked about some very controversial things.
I've had the day off work today, so I cleaned my car, and I was listening to music in my car, and it was just going ping, 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 ping. And I looked at my car, and I had, 44 messages.
At that point.
At that point.
And
then I said, do I really need 50 messages? And you went, it's only 44.
But then when you mentioned it...
It was 50.
Realistically, you shouldn't have mentioned it. Because if you hadn't, me and Rob probably would never have messaged you back again.
I didn't end up muting the conversation, which is something Rob does all the fucking time. We won't have used this message thread for a week, and then we'll message each other. It's like, Rob's not reading these.
I don't mute any of my...
I'll mute it for 8 hours every time.
I don't mute any of my conversations. Do you know why? Because I'm not a miserable bastard. That's why.
No, after the podcast, my job's done. When I go home, you two are still...
What, so we just don't talk anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, bye. Shut the door. Fuck off.
I'm editing.
What? Editing.
To be fair, Rob has got the hardest job out of the three of us.
I mean, he's not listening to you be fucking loud at the minute. That's quite an hard job.
You know what? If I hear this back and it isn't that loud, I'm going to be so...
I don't really care. I like it because this is you. People are fucking realising what you're actually like now. This is the real devil.
The real devil.
The real loud, obnoxious.
The 13th one.
Because, yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. I am obnoxious, 100%. I think people see it as a bad trait, and I'm sure it probably is, but I'm all right with it.
To be fair, there's a fine line between obnoxious and confident. Do you know what I mean?
It's a very
fine line.
It's a strand of thin blonde hair.
And I think a lot of people get it wrong, me personally. Especially with me and you.
Yeah, no, honestly, the thing is, especially when I was in my later 20s, I think everyone thought I was just really arrogant. And I had no confidence at all. Actually, I had a bit of confidence, but not a lot of it. I think the thing is, the older I've got, the less I give a fuck.
I think that's what it is. I agree.
I think once you hit 30, you kind of like are pretty much... The core of you is who you are going to be.
I think it was 30.
I think mine was about 29.
And I think the only point I realised that was my dad is very stubborn and stuck in his ways. It's empty, Rob. He's very stubborn and stuck in his ways. And he would never, ever, ever ring me. I would always have to ring him.
My dad's rang me once in my life.
Always. I could ring him, and then in 3 weeks' time, I could ring him again, and he'd be like, why haven't you rang me? the phone works both ways, Dad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it works. But he would never ring me.
Yeah.
And it used to really piss me off, like really get to me. Like, you're the adult, you're the dad,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
supposed to be making the effort. Pretty much turned 30, and I just thought, he doesn't want to ring me. He just doesn't want to ring me.
My
And
dad
then,
rang me on my 25th birthday. By accident.
he always
No, it
rings me on
wasn't
by accident. He always
Like,
rings me on my
no, he only
birthday.
rang me- I don't think he even knows when my birthday is. Every time my birthday comes around, I say, how old are you now? Like, you should know, dude. You were there. Like, hopefully you were there. I don't remember.
But both points, he was there.
But he messages me now because he uses my eBay account.
Right.
So my dad hasn't got a Facebook or anything like that.
Tell him, facebook.com.
He doesn't. He doesn't use social media at all. He's got a phone. He WhatsApps his golf buddies, and he uses eBay.
Oh,
right?
so he uses WhatsApp?
He uses WhatsApp.
Oh,
yeah.
right, because he's worried about his security. Is
No,
that what it is?
because they had WhatsApp, so I
Oh,
told
okay.
him to go follow.
Right.
He's not a phone guy.
WhatsApp.com,
But
if anyone's...
you can get WhatsApp on a laptop.
I know, Rob has.
Oh, have you?
You got WhatsApp
He's not
on your
listening at
laptop,
all.
don't you?
Yeah, you can get WhatsApp on the laptop.
You can get iMessage on your laptop as well.
Can you really?
If you've got an Apple.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
Anyway.
when I ring Rob, I hear his laptop ringing in the background
Oh, okay.
when he's not ignoring us.
And the iPad and everything.
And everything else that's all connected.
You're like just that guy who's like, in Die Hard 4, which is the most random example of this I could think of. Kevin Smith in that film's in the basement. The warlock into all those computers and
That's
all those
Rob.
monitors. That's Rob.
That's me.
It's me now as well,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it is you.
With hand gel and tissues next to him.
Vertical socks.
I said what I said.
You know the hand sanitizer?
Uh-oh.
Oh, is that good for it?
Tramps
Fucking weirdo.
Drinking that.
What?
Tramps? Is that the correct word for homeless people? Tramps have been drinking that.
No, they don't have to be homeless people. If you're drinking hand
You're a
sanitizer,
tramp.
regardless of where you live.
What's the definition of a tramp? I would say that Lady the Tramp was a thing.
Yeah, that's.
I think anybody that drinks hand sanitizer is a tramp.
I
It's
mean,
got alcohol in it, isn't it?
80% alcohol. Yeah, but it doesn't. I can't imagine it tastes very nice.
No, I don't suppose it does you any harm though.
I guess.
I mean, it's 80% alcohol. It can't be that good for you.
You got any?
Drink some, find out.
I've got some in my car.
Drink
Apparently
some.
you can get that from www.amazon.
If you want some hand sanitizer, go on handsanitizer.com
HTTP.
/ Archer and the Devil.
Forward
Get a
slash,
discount
forward slash.
code. We haven't got a discount
We
code.
haven't got a discount code.
But if you want to provide us with any sponsored goods, we will happily.
But if we can have them for free and also not have to give you a shout out,
We will
that's
badmouth it probably
That's the best kind of sponsorship.
for a good 20
Oh,
minutes.
dude, this is what we should do. If you want to give us a product that we can speak negatively about, even if we like it, we'll still speak.
If you
shit
want us to
about
talk shit about your
it. I
item,
can fuck with that all day.
send it to us for
Yeah.
free and we will rinse it live on air.
If Ferrari want to start with sending us a couple of cars,
You're not allowed to do that, you know. Do you know Deadmau5 got banned from ever buying a Ferrari again, new?
Deadmau 5.
Deadmau5, because
Why
he had
did
that cat wrap
Is
on
it
it.
because he tries to drive with his head on?
No, he'd done the gumball rally,
Yeah.
and he had a wrap on it, and it was like this fucking mad cat with laser beams coming out of its eyes and stuff, and he called it the Ferrari because it's a cat and it purrs.
Oh, yeah, right.
Ferrari seen it and said, "You're quite a high profile guy, not advertising our car correctly. You are no longer allowed to buy a brand new Ferrari ever again from
Oh, so if
Ferrari."
you buy a second-hand Ferrari,
Yeah, but they just went, "We're never going to sell you if you want a limited edition Ferrari." No.
I don't think I'd buy a Ferrari. to be
I also
fair.
think they tried to take him to court to force him to take the wrap off. I'm sure they did.
Yeah, but once it's his car,
Doesn't matter. Ferrari don't give a fuck,
yeah,
mate.
it is Ferrari to be fair.
Ferrari don't give a fuck. They'll be like, "No, that's still our product." Yeah, right, but I paid you money. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's got our name on it.
Boy, Deadmau 5, can't buy Ferraris.
we feel he's quite old as well, isn't he, Deadmau5?
He's like fucking a million years old.
I've seen
Him and
him,
Skrillex are like 80 now.
I've seen Skrillex. He's like 12.
He looks 12.
I've seen a video, but after
He
somebody
looks
called
like a
me,
12-year-old emo girl with daddy issues.
after somebody called me, Dylan Francis, I
Dylan Francis.
I YouTubed Dylan Francis, and the first thing that came up was a 2-hour video of Deadmau5. What's his name? Dylan Francis and Skrillex driving round wherever Deadmau5 lives.
And you watched the whole thing.
Pretty much.
You said this on the podcast already.
Just because I don't know why. I just couldn't stop watching
because you
it.
felt like you were watching a film of yourself.
Possibly.
It was pure
Possibly.
I don't remember doing that. How drunk was I?
I know dead
Why
man.
do I sound American? Why am I a foot smaller?
Oh yeah. Why am I not a millionaire?
Why am I? Yeah.
But no,
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't even know how we got onto Dead Mouse and Ferraris and everything else.
Oh, because I said they should give us a free one.
Oh, yes. I remember. What I was going to say, serious now.
Go on.
Serious. Now lockdown is all but over. I mean, is it over? Didn't we ask this? This was 2 weeks ago we asked this question.
Yeah. So I've been at work for 2 weeks. So for me, lockdown is over. I've got 2 jobs. One of them I'm back at work at. The other one I'm not yet. But so lockdown for me has ended. When you drive around, it seemingly has ended for everyone else.
So I mean,
as well.
there's no restrictions where you can and can't go anymore. There's no
There's still-
obviously going in shops, one in, one out.
From Monday,
all
you
that
have to
sort
wear
of
masks and
Yeah,
stuff.
but in terms of not going anywhere or not being able to do anything, gyms back open now. Or?
25th, Monday.
Oh, are they? So that's
So
so
Monday,
they're the
Tuesday,
last
open.
ones, really. Aren't
No,
they?
no, there's still nightclubs.
Oh yeah, nightclubs.
And theatres, I think. No, theatres are open. There's still a few things left that haven't opened. So there's no live music still yet and stuff like that. But yeah, I think lockdown is as good as it's going to be in terms of over.
Okay, so
But the reason I say it isn't complete is because if it was for my other job, then I would technically still be in lockdown. So that's why I would say it isn't completely. But it's as good as it's going to get. It's like the last step.
okay, so how is your mental health
I don't know why I laughed.
because of the lockdown in the last? How long was it? 3 months?
4 months.
4 months?
So Sunday was 120 days. No, Tuesday was 120
So
days.
during and after now, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Better, worse, the same, different?
I don't know if I haven't really sat and thought about it, so it's probably difficult to.
That's the thing I
analyse
did
on
the other
spot.
day.
Okay, I definitely had. I generally consider myself. I had this conversation a couple of days ago. I consider myself to be a person with good mental health.
Right.
I don't think, other than having those days where you're bummed out or things that happen that bum you out and stuff like that, generally, I'm never sad for reasons I'm unsure of. And if I am, there's a cause of it.
There's a reason, yeah.
Yeah, and usually I'll kind of like, I'm the kind of person who will rather work it out if something's causing me an issue. Like I had a real self-sabotaging thing happen like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and recognised it immediately before I acted on it, and spent 2 days allowing myself to feel like shit to try and work through it and work out what it was. I worked out what the cause was. By doing that, I managed to get through it, but still now want to fix the cause so it doesn't happen again.
Okay.
Or if it does happen again, I have a better...
But that's not because of lockdown. That could have happened
Not because of lockdown
regardless.
at all. No, but I do think there were definitely a couple of instances during lockdown where I probably reacted worse to things than I would have done before, but I think the main reason is there was no distraction.
I think that was a thing that everybody was a lot more on edge, weren't they? A lot more sensitive.
Some people really struggled with it.
Yeah.
So what did you realise about yourself?
I think I was talking to Rob about it the other day because about 2-3 weeks into lockdown, I got my PC. So because I wanted to start streaming. I was playing on Xbox, whatever, and I wanted to start streaming. And lockdown realistically was a good time to start. So I got a PC, but because I didn't know anything about any of it, including the PC, not just the whole streaming, everything. And because nobody could come round and show me, which has always happened, if I get a geeky question, I'll speak to Rob will show me what to do. And before that, if I couldn't do it on my phone, I wouldn't do it. I didn't have a PC, I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have nothing. I literally had my phone. I'd print off my phone, everything. If I couldn't do it, I'd have to go over to my mum's, use her computer to print stuff off.
Yeah.
So then getting a PC, I've not had a PC, a non-Apple product, for probably 10 years.
Okay.
So going back to Windows and everything was all new. Then throw in all the streaming and learning all that and everything else. And I had help on Skype and stuff like that, didn't we? We talked stuff through and we figured stuff out and all that stuff. But the only reason I noticed a difference because last Christmas, Was it last Christmas? Yeah, I was out of work for about a month, 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. And it proper fucked me up, like, just because I'd got no money, I was skint. We'd still got the house and bills and everything else, and I'd got no job. There was no work, and it started to affect me, and I know that it affected me.
Yeah,
and I didn't feel like that in lockdown, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, I think it helped because I did get some help from the government, so money wasn't a massive worry to begin with, because I had no idea how long lockdown was going to last.
Yeah, I don't think anyone realistically thought it would last.
Exactly. So I genuinely think, as crazy as this sounds, and it's probably a little bit dramatic, but it's the only real way to describe it, is I think probably streaming almost, I want to say saved my life, but I don't know if that's the right...
I mean, the thing is, you can say it, and even if it isn't literal, it's still... People understand the significance of it by saying it.
Because I think if I didn't have something, almost a reason to get up in the morning, do you know what I mean? Like, even if it was... Because I've learned to edit videos, I've learned how to use streaming software, I've done loads of shit that I never in a million years thought I would ever be able to do, let alone, like, actually it works as well. Do you know what I mean? So, and I've figured all this out. I've had to get all this different equipment from, like, order it in, because you can't go anywhere, you can't go to a shop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I've had to be patient for stuff, and I've got no patience.
You have not.
Especially with computer stuff. I threw a printer out of a window not that long ago because a fucker wouldn't print. So it just got fucked straight out the fucking upstairs window. And I've figured shit out on myself. And but then not only that, but then the actual streaming itself. So being able to talk to other people where I feel comfortable on, like, it's like same as the podcast, like it's a platform.
Yeah.
And people have also said to me, like, they look forward to the streams, they join in with the streams. Like our main girl that's in there, Sarah, her boyfriend works away all week, so every night when we go live, she joins in the chat. Everyone talks to her. We all talk to each other. It's like company. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the difference for me. Is I was getting up in the morning, sometimes an afternoon during lockdown, and thinking, well, what's the point of getting up? Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything.
I think
you
there
couldn't
was
see
a lack
anyone.
of guilt as well, because when you weren't working, it was like, well, no one's working.
No, and that was
what I mean? So it took that element of I'm a fucking bum, blah blah blah, like out of the equation completely.
Yeah,
like,
and because then I got that loan as well from the government. Like, it wasn't necessarily I should be trying to find work. There was no work. We couldn't go to work.
No, completely. And I was like, I had this argument with my mum, and she was like, you need to go to work. I'm like, bitch, I've got 2 jobs. Like, I can't go to either of them. The government told me not to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but then streaming kind of became my job. So I got into a routine. It gave me a reason to get up. When I wasn't streaming, I was editing videos of the stream and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it gave me a purpose.
That was my thing with walking.
Yes.
And I know it sounds dumb, because I went walking, and it was almost like the government said you're allowed 1 hour exercise a day, and I went, fuck you, Boris.
I'm having 2.
I'm having 6. So I went out every day at the start, and that's when I started on Instagram. I started my lockdown day 1, day 2, day 3.
But then it gives you a purpose.
And didn't mean for it to become a thing. I know it sounds sad, but there were days where I'd be hungover to fuck, and I'd be like, I don't want to go for a walk, but I need something to post on Instagram. And I know it sounds pathetic.
No, but it's true.
But if nothing else...
But nothing's happening.
That got me out the house.
Yep.
And as soon as I was out, I'd be fine. So I never went far. I drove... There's like a... Popper's Woods. Like, there's a woods, an 8-minute drive from my house. So that was my... I can't bother to think about where to go. I know the routes there, like the back of my hand now, so I'll just drive there. And there were definitely times where I went where I was just like, I can't bother to go. But that became a reason to get me out the house. I always made sure when I got up, I still get up at a reasonable time. I'd set an alarm every day still, because I didn't want to be in bed until like 12.
So did I, but I never got up. Because as soon as I open my eyes, I'd be like, well, what am I getting up for?
Yeah, the thing is, when the weather's good, I hate wasting a good day. Like a good weather day.
I think, everyone says that to me. The sun's out, what, you staying in your house playing computer games for? I'm like, I've been in the sun before. Like, a lot.
I know, but again.
Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not going anywhere.
I tanned so bad during lockdown.
Like, I don't.
Because I was out. I tan, like, if I think about the sun, I get darker. So, when I went out, like, my tan lines now are still, like, they're faded a bit.
No, you are still tanned.
But, like, beyond being brown.
Very tanned.
Generally.
You can actually see a tan line.
Yeah. But there was once a guy who was like, I didn't know brown people could tan. And I'm like, just go kill yourself, please.
I mean, it's the skin burns
Yeah,
regardless. Like that's,
But
it's like if you're brown or black, you can't walk into a house fire. Like
right, literally, yeah.
you're not invincible. You know what I mean?
Imagine if that was a thing.
Shit's still melting, regardless.
Yeah, only black people would be firemen.
Yeah, I'm black. Yeah, I don't melt, mate. What's your problem? I don't burn.
One thing I'd actually turn that, if you said, as your question is, did I notice a difference? I definitely worked on bettering myself a lot. I watched a lot of self-help videos.
Right.
I did it, I think last year. I think I said to you before, I hit my therapy a couple of times last year, which I recommend to anyone. It's fucking awesome. And there was some stuff I kind of found then. I'd never meditated really before. I meditated a lot last year. And then almost to the point where it worked, and I was like, I don't need to do that anymore. But I think it is one of those things you just constantly remind yourself of. So I did spend quite a lot of time during lockdown working out just character flaws I have that I don't like, and trying to work on the root of them. So rather than just being like, I do this and it annoys me, I'm going to stop doing that. I'd be like, well, why do I do that? So let's figure that out and then not do that anymore.
Why do you wear the same socks all the time?
Because they're football socks and they're easy.
Okay.
And that's not a character flaw. This has been ongoing for 16 years now.
What, the socks? Or this argument?
Both. It's not the same pair of socks.
It fucking is.
It's not the
How
same
do we
pair.
know?
How can they last 16 years?
How do we know?
I'll bring them all in next time and display them out for you.
Fuck, what, all two pairs?
All 3 pairs.
Fucking hell.
No, I have more than that.
But no, I think I didn't even really think about it until the only reason I thought about it was because last week I had no internet, right? Because I was swapped providers, so my internet had gone off, so I couldn't stream and I couldn't play Xbox, right?
Right, okay.
And because I'm not working, it affected me in that week of not having no internet. Because again, I'd got no purpose.
Yeah.
I've got no reason to get up. I literally remember saying to myself, I don't know if it was like a Thursday or a Friday or something, and it was like my alarm went off at 9 o'clock because I needed to get up for nothing. And I got up at 10:30.
I have a question, just at this point I'm going to interject, because should this happen again, what do you define as being a purpose to get up for? Is it having to go to a job? Like, what do you do when you work and it's your day off?
But this is my point, right? So I said to myself, I pulled the covers back, literally 10:30. As I pulled the covers back, I went, it's time to get up to do nothing, right? Because I'd got nothing to do. I mean, I could have found something to do,
Yeah.
but I'd cleaned up my house, the lawn was mowed. Like, all I really had to do was walk the dog.
Yeah.
That was my only job for the day. I couldn't go on Xbox, I couldn't stream, I couldn't do nothing because I'd got no internet. So I was just, to me, because my whole life for the last 6 months...
Well, 4 months. Well,
4
no, 6
months
yeah, I guess.
had been a routine of streaming, Xbox, talking to people, speaking to people, whatever. Because I'd got no internet, I couldn't do that. I felt lost. I genuinely felt lost. And within 2 or 3 days, I thought, this shit's affecting me now. Because all I'd done was gone back to sitting on the sofa watching TV.
Do you not think it's...
I haven't watched TV in fucking 3 months.
I don't really watch TV anyway.
So I've cancelled Sky. That's how little I've watched before. I used to live on the
Yeah,
sofa.
you lived on
Everything.
television.
I've started rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And that's only because it's recorded. I've not watched no new TV for fucking 3 or 4 months. I don't even sit in the living room anymore. So I'm like, what the And then I had no internet. I'm like, oh, I'm back in the living room again. Fuck me, here we are.
Let's get through Buffy again.
Watching Buffy again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, I didn't realise how much of a difference it was until I hadn't got it.
But I don't. I've got so many things I want to say, but not sure how to say them. I just feel like, because Rob, you started streaming now as well.
Yeah.
But do you not feel it's to a level a bit unhealthy?
No, because I enjoy it.
I get that.
I go out, I still see people, I still do stuff.
Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Because I don't know. I'm not a gamer. I've got a PS4. I've got about 6 games on it. I've played FIFA more than I normally would during lockdown, but that's about it. And when I say a bit more, a couple of times a week for maybe an hour and a half. I'm not a gamer. Never have been. Maybe when I was like 6 or something like that.
Yep.
I was 11 on an Amiga with my brother. But I've got friends who've been in relationships with gamers,
Yep.
and I get that whole thing. If you get with a gamer, then you know what you're getting into, right? But just speaking to them, and they're like, I have a friend who started dating someone, and she went over to his place the first time, and she was like, I think it was a Saturday, and she messaged, I've got like a group chat thing on iMessage. Right. And
Peasants.
she messaged just like,
Peasants.
he's fucking playing Xbox and has been for 3 hours.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm not about
And
that
I'm like,
life.
you just brought a girl over to your house for the
No.
first time.
I'm not about that.
Play with her. Like, you know what I
Like,
mean?
I'm not,
Like,
no. I mean, to me, now, because Twitch and everything else, you can monetize it, which is ideally the
you
route
talked about it
to
before.
go
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Effectively, now, I almost see it as a job. So, like, but the different, right, so in comparison, right, you said, is it unhealthy? I could go and sit in an office for 8 hours and look at a computer screen and do office shit.
I already
Or
know
I
what you're
could
gonna
sit
say.
at home
I get that.
and do the same
But
thing.
just say you were sat in an office and in 30 grand a year, right?
Yeah,
When you're earning 30 grand a year on Twitch,
yeah,
I understand that. And I also understand what you're going to say rebuttal to that, which is, got to build it up to get there.
correct.
Right, agree with that as well. But you cannot compare something that gives you a solid, fixed paycheck to something you hope one day will.
Yeah, but I'm not solely doing that.
I'm not saying you are.
As
You
a
get enjoyment
job.
out of it. If you didn't do it monetarily, you'd do
But
it
the
anyway.
thing, exactly that. I'd be playing Xbox anyway.
Well, I get that. So I'm not arguing it. All I'm saying is, but basically what I'm saying is, once lockdown is over,
Yep.
properly over, everyone's back at work, the life of everyone is back to as close a version of what it was prior to this.
Yep.
Would you continue playing it that much? Would you get home from work at 5:30, have a shower, make yourself something to eat, and then that's your evening?
Yes.
And
I did that for 18 months before lockdown.
Oh, okay, then.
So literally nothing's changed.
Okay.
All that changed was I could go on longer
I think
during
the
lockdown.
reason I have difficulty conceiving of that is I like going out, I like seeing people, I like socialising, or no, even not just socialising, just going out by myself. I like doing shit. I like the world, so I can't imagine spending. My aim weekly is to spend one night at home.
Right. In response to that, my life has been fucking hectic.
Yeah.
With racing and everything else.
Yeah.
For pretty much 6 years of working 100-hour weeks. Every weekend I'd be somewhere, or it'd be a different country, or you know what I mean, travelling, or working to pay for racing. So for pretty much 6 years, I didn't stop.
Racing or working.
I didn't
race.
stop.
Yeah.
That's the same with being outside. Like, it is what, like, it's there.
No, I get it. When
Do
I
you
was,
know what
when
I
I
mean?
was traveling, I remember by the fifth month in like South America, I was like, I miss my couch. I
Yeah,
miss
because it's different.
TV.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, I miss my bed. Like, I miss just having a day of going, I'm going to do shit today. And then it's 8 p.m. and go, I didn't do anything.
My brother the other
But
day.
it takes me 2 of those days and I'm like, that's enough of that.
My brother the other day messaged me. He's 30, so my brother is, so he's younger than me. And he sent me a picture of, I'm sure it was Vegas. I think it was Vegas. Or LA. It was somewhere in the States. I can't remember.
I should have put more than 2 beers.
But he messaged me and he said, let's do this. Right. And my brother has literally been to Spain
Okay.
once, twice. That's it.
What was this? Vegas?
So he just basically sent me a picture saying he wanted to go there. Right? So effectively, compared to where I've been and what I've done, I would say my brother hasn't experienced life. I won't say achieved, because achieve's the wrong word.
But it
because
hasn't experienced that part of life.
he hasn't got any life experience.
Okay.
Because he barely leaves fucking Tamworth.
Right,
Right.
yeah, that's fair.
So, and if he does, he goes to the pub.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you need to broaden the more people you meet from across the world,
That's what I'm saying.
or even from fucking a different part of your country,
So
the broader your
if I feel
Minus
like
you get.
that was my
existence.
point in life, so if I got to my age now and I had done fucking nothing, been nowhere, done nothing, seen no one, know no one, then you ask me the question, do you not feel like you're wasting your time?
Yeah, no, I
playing?
get that.
Then 100%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah,
if that's all you've done for 30 years, you've done fuck all.
Yeah.
And then from 30 onwards, you just play on Xbox every night. To me, yes, because there is shit out there that you can see. But for me,
Seen it all, completed it, mate.
I mean, I pretty much achieved majority of my
No, you have.
like
I get
all
that.
of my goals
But,
that I had.
So what happens?
Do you know what I mean?
What happens now?
It's a new goal.
But that's what I'm saying.
I've got a new goal.
Is it Twitch based?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. If that is what it is, that's fair.
I've thought about it for a year. I've wanted to stream for a year. I've either never had the balls, I've never had the money, I've not got the experience, or just whatever. I've just never done it. And now I had the opportunity to do it. I just thought, fuck it, grabbed it with both hands.
I think it's probably one of those things. The reason I can't comprehend it is just because I'm not built like that.
If somebody
You know what I mean?
offered
But I think
you,
that's all it is.
if somebody offered you a wage every month to play FIFA every day, would you do it?
For how many hours a day?
Irrelevant. You choose.
It's relevant.
You could be 2 hours, could be 5 hours,
Have
could
I
be
got
8 hours.
Have I got to do another job on top of that?
No,
That's all I've got to do.
that's what I'm saying. The longer you play, the more you get paid, is the point.
If I could play it for 5 hours a day, and then the rest of the day was mine,
Yep.
then probably would you?
Then why not? That's what I'm saying.
How much do they pay me?
Wait, it's irrelevant.
It's not.
Well, if it's a living wage,
But for me,
right,
okay,
bearing in mind you fucking earned nothing for the last fucking 12 months, 6 months. So any wage, right now, even now,
well, no, I'm back at work now. I'm all right.
yeah, but you're not getting paid.
No, not for that one.
That's what I'm saying. So any wage at the minute is
yeah.
more than what you're getting
Yeah.
currently.
I don't know. I like doing shit.
Yeah,
I
but
do
that's what I'm
like doing
saying.
shit.
But if-
no, but like, even if it hasn't got to be. Because I think a lot of people that I know have a perception of me that I like drinking and I like going out to the pub. It's not that. It's just British culture is built around that, and there's not much else you can do.
But I can say that to you.
Unless you go bowling.
I could say that to you. Do you not feel like every Friday, Saturday night is like, and then Sunday is like a waste?
No,
Because you're just in the pub drinking.
I haven't got to be in the pub drinking to.
But
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
The thing
It's the
is-
same argument. Isn't it?
But this is what I do in the pub.
But this is what I do on Xbox.
But this is what.
It's exactly the same thing.
No, okay, I get that.
I mean, I'm on. The only difference is I'm on Xbox.
In virtual reality.
I'm not with my mates, but we're all talking shit for hours.
Yeah.
I could have a drink.
No, I'm not. Look,
You know what
I'm
I mean?
not trying to criticise it. I think, like I said, for me, it is just I can only spend so much time sat down in the same room before I go. I need to do something.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if you found something that you really fucking enjoyed,
The only thing that would keep me in a room. Do you know what I'm going to say? So I don't want to say it.
but not for 5 hours a day every day.
I mean, with breaks in between, fine with that.
No, it's too much.
It's not. There's no such thing. It's too
It's
much.
too much.
There's no such thing.
After 35, your libido drops. So give it.
I mean, I'm 37.
If you stop, like you've got to keep going now.
I'm happy with that.
Like if you stop, that's it.
I mean, why would I stop?
I'm here, you know.
Huh?
I'm here, you know.
Oh yeah, how old are you again? 42.
48.
48.
I mean, Rob's a walking example, is what I'm saying. But
Rob's libido's on fire.
what I'm saying is, it's
You should get that checked out, actually.
you can go back to the walking clinic now. It's open. Just wear a
Yeah,
mask.
it's open again now.
Just wear a mask. Apparently,
No, the thing is, like, for me, it's my favourite thing to do.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Xbox is my favourite thing to do.
But why wouldn't you want to do your favourite thing whenever you can do?
But this is what I'm saying to you. So to me, my hobby.
We're talking about Monopoly, right?
To me, my hobby is Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Streaming.
I'm not, that's
Your
not a
hobby apparently
it's
is
not
fucking,
a hobby.
right?
A hobby, fucking is not. Sorry, Mum, if you ever listen to this.
I mean, that's what you're saying to me. Your favourite thing
I'm
in the
not
world to
saying-
do
it's not
over
my
anything
favourite-
else.
What's my favourite thing? Climbing mountains is my favourite thing to do.
So if you could climb mountains for 5 hours a day and get paid for it, would you do it?
100%.
There you go then. It's exactly the same. Do you not think that's a waste? Do you not think that's a waste?
Because I've physically accomplished something. It's a completely
So have I.
different
I kill
thing.
people,
I'm
shoot people
sorry,
in the
but like,
face.
okay, let me put it like this. You know how esports is now a thing?
Yeah.
They're not athletes, and they started calling themselves athletes.
Right. I will argue this point, and I
my
will give you
God.
one
I will throw
very,
things at you.
very good example. Right.
Okay, I can give you 100 years worth of examples
right.
across
Listen.
many fields.
Listen.
Don't get loud. It's
This is one for all the fucking
listen
gamers
when I
out
wanna
there.
listen.
Right. Fucking listen.
Wait there. Wait. Now I want to listen.
Listen, right. So the highest paid,
I'm not on about money.
the highest paid. You said they're not athletes. This
I'm
is.
not on about the monetary aspect of athletes.
Listen.
That's not what
right?
makes you an athlete.
The highest paid, or the highest contract in NFL was some guy that I can't remember his name, but it was something like 250 million over 5 years or something like
I
that.
think that was Tom Brady.
No, it was some guy called Jeff or something. But that works out to be roughly 50 million a year, right?
Okay, go on.
A well-known streamer, gamer,
Yeah.
gaming athlete, esports athlete,
an
a guy
athlete.
called
He's not an
Ninja
athlete.
that everyone
You told
probably
me
has
that
heard
before,
of.
but he's not an athlete.
Right? So
He's not an athlete.
He's an
I've seen
athlete
pictures of him.
because-
he's not an athlete.
So you could say that about Mo Farah. You look at him and go, athlete. No, you don't. You go, what the fuck does he do for a living? You don't. Just because he's not hench doesn't mean that he's not an athlete.
Okay, fair argument. I retract that statement.
Fucking, what's his face?
I've
Fucking-
retracted the statement. Carry on with your fucking point.
What's his name?
It's retracted.
Okay.
It's done.
Jake
That
wins.
part of the conversation,
So-
too, but we've moved on.
So he signed a contract,
Yeah.
an exclusive deal
Yeah.
for 30 million a year. Right?
That's less.
But the point is, the highest ever contract is 50 million a year. He's 20 million a year off that for a guy that plays fucking
but-
computer games.
Okay, here's the other thing, though, right? What you're forgetting, that's the contract just for the team that paid him, right? Then you've got endorsements, you've got sponsorship. You've
So
got
is he.
No, from who?
Mate, we've explained this before.
We have. I'm not going into it again. Right, let's go into the actual... Can you find the definition of what an athlete is, please, Rob?
The point is, he plays a game.
He's a gamer.
He
gamer.
plays a game.
You play computer games.
He plays a
He
game.
plays video games. Right.
It's a game.
It's a game.
By definition, it's a game.
Okay, an athlete is a person who is proficient in sports and other forms of physical exercise.
There you go.
Physical exercise.
Fuck off. What you can't see right now is Jake's moving his thumbs.
Physical
That's
exercise.
not an athlete.
You're physically moving.
That's not.
It's not,
an
mate. It's all up
athlete.
here. It's in your head.
Fuck off.
It's up here
So
in your
is
head.
regular sport.
Also, athletes is a Greek word which means compete for a prize.
There. So fuck you.
We're not Greek.
So-
Right, so
So you're telling me them fucking big thickhead linebackers that are like fucking 22 stone that play NFL that are basically just there to be a brick wall.
a lot of muscle in that.
They're
There's
more
a lot of muscle
more
in that.
athletes.
Yeah. The guy using his thumbs.
Fuck off. What intelligence do
I'll
them
put it
guys
like
have
this.
of get in the
Not
way?
only would they kick that other guy's ass, they beat him with a thumb war as well.
My point
The
is,
guy
you
who
don't
is a Mr. Thumbs.
you don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be.
Look,
Energetic
I'm not
to be an
arguing with
athlete,
you on this.
right.
They're not athletes.
They are.
They- Athletes, because it's esports.
so,
right?
my point
I'll call
is,
them athletes. They're
You
not
play a
athletes.
game and you are better than other people at said game. Therefore, you warrant your paycheck.
I'm not
That's
saying
my
right,
point.
I'm not disputing that. Don't use that word though,
No, why?
because you're not an athlete.
What?
Alex Honnold is a dude, right, who is probably currently the most famous rock climber in the world. He climbed El Capitan in Yosemite. If you haven't seen Free Solo, fucking watch it. It won an Oscar. It's incredible. He climbed a 3,000 foot rock. Scarlett's barking.
I'm listening.
3,000 with no rope. Literally, he had shorts, shoes, a chalk bag, a t-shirt, and climbed a 3,000 feet.
He sounds
rock.
reckless.
He is reckless.
He sounds
But
reckless.
he's not. He's calculated because he did many, many, many runs of it to make sure.
Is he hench?
He's not hench.
Does he look like an athlete?
Yes.
If you looked at him, would you go, he's an athlete? He's
insanely ripped. For the dorkiest guy
So
in the
are my
world.
thumbs.
So fucking from throwing you an asshole. Right. Alex Honnold, the reason I've used him as an example is because I honestly believe...
It's because no one can prove you wrong because they don't know what you're talking about.
People know. He won a fucking Oscar.
A what?
I don't know what that means, right? In the grand scheme of things.
Guess what else won an Oscar?
Oh, fucking...
Many computer games. But carry on.
It's not an Oscar.
Yes, it is.
It's a different thing.
It doesn't matter.
Of course
Same
it
thing.
matters.
He didn't win an Oscar for climbing the mountain. He
he-
won an Oscar for the film of him climbing the mountain.
Documentary, yeah.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been a thing if you had to climb. Right, so show me a documentary about a guy who uses thumbs and then won an Oscar for it. Right, my point is, I believe what Alex Honnold did is the greatest sporting achievement or the greatest achievement a human being has done with their physical being. Because honestly, watch it. It's
He climbed up a hill.
fucking-
And
He
you're,
didn't climb- no,
you're telling me a
he
man
didn't
climbed
climb-
up a
he
fucking
did
hill?
not. He did
You need
not
to
climb.
higher your expectations.
He did not
my
climb
friend.
up a hill.
You know what I
He
mean?
climbed up a 3,000-foot
Hill.
rock face.
I mean,
Like
a
that.
hill's a hill.
Like that.
If it goes up, it's a hill.
That's
You know
not
I
what
mean?
hills are.
If-
Hills, if anything, are less than 500 feet. I'm looking at you because you
Basically, he climbed a hill.
He did,
Sonny
I
thinks he's
swear
his
to God.
hero. And now that means that he's better than a fucking guy that, like,
uses his thumbs
Yeah.
to kill the bad guys.
Yeah.
In Call of Duty.
yeah,
No.
life.
No. Life. Life's not an argument. Life. Is that an
I
argument?
can't believe you.
There is no official difference between hills and mountains.
Yes, there is.
Fuck. No, clearly, there's not.
All it says is hills are less steep.
There you go.
I mean, that was upright. It was fucking
Yes.
vertical.
But the point is, he climbed a hill, and you're
He
telling
didn't climb a
me,
hill.
you're telling
He
me,
didn't climb a
in
hill.
your opinion,
He didn't climb
the
a hill.
greatest
Oh my
ever,
God.
the greatest
I
ever
hate you so much.
sporting
I don't know why we do
achievement.
this.
World Cup 1066,
1066. That was the Battle of Hastings.
1966.
Different thing entirely.
Not great. Lewis Hamilton, 6 world championships.
It's the GOAT.
Not great. Multiple world champions. Fucking
wait.
no.
I didn't say in comparison everything else was
So
utter shit.
the greatest sporting achievement ever is a man climbing a hill, but he didn't wear.
Wasn't it?
But he didn't wear a rope, so you know, fucking gangster, fucking absolute hill climbing gangster. That was.
It wasn't a hill. I swear to God. Did you say hill one more time? I'm going to unplug your microphone.
You was bad mouthing me playing fucking Call of Duty.
I
and
wasn't
you're-
bad mouthing you
you're-
all.
You're
You can-
fucking
you can twiddle your
sporting
thumbs.
icon.
As much as is that my icon?
You spent 10 minutes bigging up the baggies to then tell me a guy climbing a hill has fucking got a
didn't-
better achievement
You know what?
than
I've-
22 football.
Have you been to Yosemite?
I drove through it. I've not actually seen the mountains.
It's fucking literally El Capitan is the most famous one there. There's that one in Half Dome. Half Dome is the one on the north face.
Is that just a
Logo?
smaller hill? Half.
No, because he climbed that one as well. That's 2,000 feet. He did
needs
that
to play
one free
Xbox
solo.
more.
He
Fucking-
doesn't need to play Xbox.
Do you know what you won't do when you play Xbox? You won't kill yourself.
He hasn't died.
Well, yet.
Well, there was a guy called Dean Potter who was a rock climber as well.
Let me guess.
He died.
He died.
But
Yeah.
he didn't die from climbing.
Tell you what, I've never done either. Pulled a hamstring,
He did a thing.
metatarsal.
Right, look at that. Is that a hill? At this
mean,
point, can
by
you
definition-
visuals on this one?
By definition, yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's a fucking mountain.
By
It's
definition, there's no
3,000
difference
feet.
between
When
hills
this
and
is over,
mountains.
I'm showing you the trailer for that documentary. Right, but Dean Potter did a thing called freebasing, which was the
Wait a minute, you're telling me a film about a man climbing a hill won an Oscar?
Wasn't a hill.
Won an Oscar? Was it a quiet year for films or something? Did Leonardo DiCaprio not put a film out?
He didn't fight a bear that year.
Fuck me, man. See, when it's fucking slow, this is what happens. This is the shit that fucking when you let shit slip. Was this during lockdown?
No.
Is this why it slipped
It
under
was
the radar?
2018, I think.
Did nobody vote? Is that why?
Look, I'm sorry it's not the same as playing fucking Sonic on your Mega Drive, alright? Or fucking saving Princess Peach from the castle
Hey,
and having 50,000 people in a ninja watching you, right?
all princesses needed rescuing. All right, regardless.
No, it's 2020. Princesses can rescue themselves.
Everybody needs a little fucking hero in their life.
A little plumber with a fucking tash.
At least he didn't climb a fucking hill. You know what I mean? At least he's got trade.
He might have got there quicker if he climbed the side of the building.
I can't believe everything that we've talked about on this podcast and your greatest sporting achievement. In your words, in my opinion.
In my opinion.
I
did say that at the start.
The
I did
greatest
clarify
sporting
that.
achievement ever is this guy climbing a hill
It wasn't a hill.
without a
It
rope
wasn't
in a
hill.
t-shirt.
You know what? Fine, let's just call it a hill. I can't bother to argue with you, right? But the dude climbed a mountain that was 3,000 feet with no rope. If he fell, it's
How tall is he?
100% death. I think he's 5'10".
Oh, that's a long way then. For me and you, not so much, but for him,
Because I'm 4 inches
it'd
taller
take
than
Rob a
you're
lot
5.
longer.
Take Rob will still be there now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's an inch taller than me.
I bet you'd get
That's
no
all
fucking
he is,
Oscar.
5'9".
I bet you'd get
You're
no Oscar,
5'9".
really.
My voice went Jake high then. That's how
If
surprised
you
I am.
climbed the mountain
With these arms.
like you are now,
With those guns.
with the guns and the beard and the 48
And
years
the
old,
the 48.
and you went up
and the
there
48.
in just a t-shirt,
Yeah.
I'd give you an Oscar.
Yeah.
I bet that'd be a better fucking program to watch as well.
I'm going to do it then.
That'd be my great
Here's
sporting
the thing,
achievement,
right?
Rob.
I follow him on like Twitter and Instagram anyway, right? I knew he made it because I follow him on Instagram. I knew he'd done
Spoiler alert.
it. And when I watched it,
If you watch it,
I mean, he's not dead. So that's
if
right.
you do watch the programme,
Well, it would have been the greatest achievement in the world if you almost made it.
he did make
and
it
then
to the top.
died.
Spoiler alert, he did make it to
He
the
did
top.
make it, yeah. Spoiler. But even though you know that, because I've just told you, when you watch it, you're still like, he's
I
gonna die.
won't
He's
watch
gonna die. You are going to watch it.
probably won't
I'm coming
ever
around, we're
watch
having a
it.
date night. I'm gonna
Can't watch it, I'm too busy on Xbox.
fucking dickhead.
I'm selling my TV.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to start a Twitch channel and I'm going to stream it
Just
while
that.
I'm playing you. I'm going to make a game out of this and you have to climb 3,000
What a
feet.
shit game that would be. Mountain climbing on the Xbox.
It's better than fucking...
I don't get how you play FIFA, personally.
I don't really play FIFA a lot.
Do you
I
not
love
find it
football.
boring? Yeah, I know, but it's just...
I do find it boring as well. I play it like...
Like, the
it's one
definition
those
of a
things,
game
I
is
don't
like...
like computer- Here's the thing, like, I play computer games and then I don't play them for ages and I forget why I don't play them. And I play them and I'm like, oh, this is boring, so I turn it off and carry on my life.
The only reason, right, so the only reason I enjoy the game, it's not just computer games, right? The game that I play is Battle Royale, so it's last man standing. So you're effectively playing other people. So you have to outsmart people, you have to be better than other people. So it's...
With your thumbs?
So every game... No, with your fucking head.
There's no consequence.
If you're a moron,
There's no consequence.
you're shit at the game. End of story.
No.
Majority of successful gamers
Shout
are
out at the
clever.
moment, right, to my friend Sean, because he's in Japan. He listens from Japan, right? And he will 100% be in your corner on this because he's a big gamer.
Is he intelligent?
Yeah, he's very easy teacher.
Rest my case.
Teaches English in Japan.
I'll rest my
And he's a
case.
smart
Rob's
guy.
intelligent. Rob plays Xbox.
Arguably.
Rob's
Rob's
intelligent.
not intelligent because he's a gamer.
I know Sean. Sean's intelligent.
Sean is intelligent, right?
But-
Oh, you do know Sean, yeah.
But Rob is automatically better at his games because he
He's smart.
understands it.
Well, yeah, he's better at being able to feed himself as well because of the same principle. Like
He doesn't forget
he
to
doesn't-
breathe.
You know what I mean? Like intelligence improves every facet of your ability.
But especially
living.
gaming.
Fuck off.
It does.
Oh, cool, go and
My
play-
mate's an idiot,
You know what the
and
worst
he's
thing is?
shit.
We have to go soon, so you can go and play Mario.
It's Call of Duty. But the point is, it's
every game is Mario.
it's challenging.
The same way every film is Jaws.
do you play against other people on FIFA?
No.
Did you play against the computer all the time?
Well, if it's not other people, who's left?
Really?
Yeah. I'm not paying fucking, what is it? Even if it's like £6 a month for PlayStation Plus.
So once you get better at playing about beating the computer,
level
you
up.
just win every game.
No,
So
I
then
don't
it's no
really
longer
do
a
it, 'cause I play on
challenge.
quite a difficult level, but I don't play because it's fucking boring.
Yeah, but my game's not.
All
That's
games
the point.
are boring.
But they're not.
They fucking are.
Every
You know
single
what?
game
Here's-
is different.
Here is my thing. It's the same reason I don't really watch TV. When I die, if my life flashes before my eyes, I don't want reruns of Breaking Bad because I spent so much fucking time watching TV. And at the same time, I don't want Mario.
I want mine. If when I die, I want it to be his KD was on my
What's
gravestone.
KD? Is that killed?
Kill death ratio.
Killed death.
I want my KD. I want my name and then my KD on my tombstone. That's it. Here lies Jake Archer, 5.2 KD. That's it. That's all I want. And everyone will be like,
Save Princess Peach.
everyone will look at my tombstone and go, "Fucking, he was good at Call of Duty. He was." Look.
Or they'll go,
And that's it.
what's KD?
What would yours be?
What,
Likes
on my
climbing
gravestone?
hills. Top hill climber.
Top hill climber. Top climber.
Top just hill climber.
Climber of the week.
In brackets, but didn't look like an athlete.
But didn't like an athlete. I did when I was climbing mountains. When I got back from South America, climbed 5 mountains in Patagonia in 10 days. And before that, I climbed mountains in Bolivia.
When does your rock climbing place open back up? Is it open again?
They've just started opening up again.
So you're going to go back?
To be fair, I started doing outdoor. I said I started. I went once outdoor, yeah. I did loads because in Yosemite. I climbed in Yosemite. I climbed El Capitan. When I say I climbed it, about 3 feet of it, because I didn't have the equipment. But I did,
So you walked up the hill a bit?
I walked up the hill a bit. But I did a bit when I was in the States, and then didn't do any in Central America, I don't think. But did a fair bit in Peru. Did loads in Iceland. Where I lived in Iceland, there was a mountain. Actually, it came up on my memories today. 3 years ago, I nearly died on a mountain in Iceland. I told you that story.
Probably because you was wearing them fucking clothes.
I was wearing these
Well, there you go.
clothes. I literally...
That could be the case for any fucking
I was wearing
mountain.
Converse, cut-offs, and a Led Zeppelin vest, and nearly died.
Did you go to Machu Picchu
I did go to Machu Picchu.
in the same clothes?
Isn't
that pretty fucking high?
Yeah, but you don't climb... I mean, there's a staircase.
Is it fucking impressive though?
It's fucking like when I went. You book a tour, they drive you to there. It's like a 6-hour drive from Cusco where you stay. You have to get up at like 4 a.m. They drive you. From Cusco is the place. So I have to drive 6 hours to get to Cusco, then walk down to the place, and they open it up at I think at 5 a.m. So it was raining when I got there as well. So wake up at 4 a.m. Had a shower, got ready, walked to the bridge, which you're waiting for them to open so you can start climbing up it. You can get a bus up as well, but I was like, I haven't fucking come all this way to get a bus up fucking Machu Picchu, right? And the steps, like it was pitch black when I started walking up. This was in March 2018. It was March or April 2018. So I'm literally following the guy in front of me's head torch to see the steps.
Because you didn't have one.
I didn't have one.
Because you're not,
I've got one now because of rock climbing, but I didn't have one then.
I mean, you was
rock climbing then as well, but doing it in the daylight. So I'm going up, and by about 20 minutes it lightens up. Now, historically, what I would say is that back in northern India, where my family's from, they must have been amazing at going downhill, but sucked at going uphill. Because fuck me, this killed me. I was literally pouring with sweat. Like if you dunked me in a bathtub and got me out again, I wouldn't be as wet as I was. It's humid, it's hot, it's pitch black, pouring with sweat, and all the steps are different, uneven, different lengths, different heights. So you're kind of like half guessing and stumbling around. But I got up I think it was like 40 minutes or like half an hour. It might have been half an hour.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it's like constant. So it's 30 minutes of constantly climbing steps. And then you get to the top, and then all the people off the bus get off and go, "Oh, hi, how's it going? Go fuck yourself."
And you're pissing.
So literally, makeup's running. Not a pretty sight. And then met up with my guide, who...
As if there's a fucking bus right to the top.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, obviously, if you're like 80 and stuff like that, and you want to go, you're not going to fucking do the staircase or whatever. It's not a staircase. It's like built into...
Climb up the hill.
Yeah. Climb up the hill. Fucking dickhead. And then... So the guy was like, right, you can go in twice. So the first time you go through with me, being the guide, and then we'll get you out, and then you can go in by yourself after. I'm like, cool, okay. So this is about 5:30, 6 in the morning. Get out there, and he's like, so this is a great spot for a photograph. I'm like, of what? And he's like, oh, Machu Picchu's there.
Because it's black, it's dark
No,
still.
at this point it's daylight, but there was that much cloud.
Oh, you couldn't see it?
Could not see a fucking thing.
Gutted.
And when I say a fucking thing, I literally mean about 12 feet in front of you was just cloud.
No.
So I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like I've wanted to come here, like my adult life at least.
I've lost 2 stone on the way up, and now I can't
Like,
see fuck all.
Can't see fuck all. So I was gutted, but I'm like, once you walk into the city and stuff, obviously once you're within 12 feet of the thing you're looking at, you're fine. So you can see stuff. So it takes us around. He's showing us the architecture that's fucking insane. Like considering how long ago they built it, and the drainage really impressed me. Like just that was the thing. You know, there's little things. And they had like different ways for wind to blow through the rooms and stuff like that, so to keep it cool because of temperature. And then by the end, saw loads of llamas. They're fucking acapulcas. What are they called? What are they?
Alpacas.
Oh, that's the one.
Alpaca my bag.
Alpaca my bag. I'd already done that. To get there.
Remember it that way.
Okay, I like that.
Future, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Saw loads of them, and then at the end, it cleared up.
Oh, right, okay.
So I started clearing up a bit. I took a couple of pictures, and then the more I took, I was like, oh, it's going. And then it was that.
You'd be fucking devastating if you went all the way there.
Oh, dude, you'd be fucking heartbroken. And there were people who I've met travelling who went.
It's like when you go to San Fran and it's really foggy and you don't see the Golden Gate Bridge.
That was the same.
Fucking gutted.
That I have wanted to see since I was a kid. I love bridges, and I was obsessed with that one growing up. So I went there on the same trip.
I like bridges.
I really like bridges. I've actually got a top 5 bridges.
They're
top 5 cathedrals as well.
They're putting a bridge over the M42, and I kind of want to go and watch them do it. But
which part? What junction?
But just before the airport.
Birmingham Airport. Oh, okay.
For HS2. It's built now at the side of the motorway, and the 7th for the 10th.
Oh, okay.
The 7th for the 10th of August. They're closing the motorway for the weekend, and I'm like, got any viewing points? Or don't think it's going to happen. But
I mean, anything that'll get you away from Twitch for a night.
I mean, that would involve going outside, wouldn't it? And
yeah, it would.
Not about that life anymore.
But no, so like it cleared up, and then got to do another run through and just walk around and stuff like that. It's fucking amazing. It is worth going. It's not like, by any means for me top 3, top 5, top 10 places.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. Peru as a country is. I love Peru. And if you include it as a country as a whole, then 100%. But Patagonia for me was...
It's not one of the 7 wonders, is it? No. That's the other...
No, it's one of the originals, I think.
That's the other one,
natural ones.
Ichi, what's that called? No.
What?
What's that thing in the fucking... It's in the side of the cliff. Well, it's in Transformers.
Rob?
The Tomb of the Primes.
Oh, yeah.
What country is it in?
I'm sure it's
I know what
called...
you mean, actually.
Isn't it like Ichi or is that match? Am
You're
I
at
thinking of...
You're at Chichen Itza?
Yeah, that
I've
thing.
been there. That's a pyramid. That's in Mexico.
Oh, no, it's not that then. Oh, no, I think that's the word that I was thinking of, but that's not the place.
Okay.
It's
No,
whatever's in that...
Chichen
in
Itza,
the,
or Chicken Pizza, as it's
It's-
more famously known,
it's in the...
is a pyramid.
It's in the...
It's an
I can't
Aztec
remember.
pyramid.
I think it's in Egypt. And it was in Transformers.
I haven't seen Transformers.
And they have like a massive doorway, and
Oh, yeah,
and they
I've
go,
seen it,
"This
but-
is where the Tomb of the Prime is." And they're like, "How do you know?" And he's like, "Well, I've never seen a door that big before."
And because when I came in, welcome to the Tomb of the Prime.
And I don't think it was real because there was no tourists there.
No, I'm not sure.
People live there. I'm sure they do.
I think,
What's it called, Rob?
Is it Petra?
No,
Yes.
Petra's in Jordan.
No, then. Is it? Well, show me a picture.
Petra's like a building built into...
The side of the wall.
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
I think it might be that.
It is in Petra. It's in Jordan. It's that.
Is that
I
what you're on
think
about?
so. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Egypt. Yeah, it's Petra. I think it is.
Okay.
Is that on Transformers?
Yeah, it's called the Tomb of Primes. On
That's what you just said?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
yeah, Petra.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what-
I
yeah,
thought.
Chicken
Ichi
Pizza
was.
I don't know, you just made up.
What's it called?
Chichen Itza.
Well, on here, the
2
Tomb
words,
of
Chichen
Prime, but it's
Itza.
not, is it?
Or just remember Chicken Pizza.
No, it's Petra. I think there's probably a word for it.
LDR.
No, there's probably a proper name
Either
for
way,
it.
that's the
but-
thing. No, but I think Machu Picchu is in the 7 wonders that includes the Pyramid of Giza, the Great Wall of China, that one. Because there's 7 natural wonders of the world.
Yes, like Niagara Falls and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and all that shit.
All that shit.
And then there's the one with Stonehenge.
Have you seen Niagara Falls?
No, is that
Canada
Canada and US? Is it Maine?
Canada border. I think it's New York. The Canada-New York border. I'm sure it's
New York
Canada
goes to the
US.
border. Massachusetts is above that, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know where Massachusetts is. Well,
Above,
I'm
that's
sure
where
it's on the
Boston is.
border.
Boston.
I'm sure it's on the border.
Boston. I can't do accents.
I'm sure it's on the border.
All right, I know it's on the border. It is on the border because the American side and the Canadian side. The Canadian side is meant to be better, but I haven't been there.
Agreed, but I don't know. I think that's the end. It is the end because I really need a piss.
You need to
So
go play Mario.
I need to eat, then play Call of Duty. Follow me on twitch.tv/ArcherArcher54.
HTTP. Go on.
Twitch, no, it's not twitch.com, it's twitch.tv. Also, producer Rob is on twitch.tv, and he is part of the hairy-faced gamers duo. So if you want to see what producer Rob looks like and watch him basically watch an old man try and play computer games with another old man,
Sounds.
Selling as pirates.
and as pirates.
What game do you play?
Sea of Thieves.
Sonic.
A hook and a paid
You play
note.
Sonic.
Rob
you want to see Sonic
Rob
and
actually
Mario.
bought props for his stream. He has
did.
a golden teeth and fucking eye patch.
Whereas you can catch me outside in the real world.
Catch me outside. You'll catch Sonny wasting his fucking money in the pub, not
don't-
being able to have fun because it's shit and just outside's rubbish.
I'll be climbing hills.
I'm over outside, is what I think I'm basically saying. Like, I think I've spent enough
You've become a
time
hermit.
outside. Yeah, I think throughout my life, I think I've done enough outside.
To be fair, we have as a species worked on perfecting inside.
I mean, I'm good with never going outside again unless
I'd
I have
rather
to.
live outside than never go outside.
Nah, I'll just look at it out the window.
No, I like outside too much.
I open
There's
the
so much
windows.
going on outside, and it always changes.
I mean,
Inside is limited.
there's not really much now that I'm going to see other than going travelling again. Like, unless, like, outside of my front door
Well, yeah.
isn't really going to be that
There's
different.
no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying only go to the end of your road.
That's what I'm
and come
saying.
back.
So I don't need to go and...
You
Like,
can go other places.
the sun's out, yeah. I don't need to go and sit in the garden.
Oh, I love watching the sunset.
What?
Oh, you went because
No, everyone goes, oh, it's a lovely day. What you do? Because I can. Because I don't want to sit outside and catch the fucking sun. Oh, you've caught the sun.
I sit in the
No, I haven't.
because I'm brown already.
I haven't caught the sun. Do you know
got a
why?
tan.
Because I wasn't outside in the sun.
Rob, what's your stance, inside or outside?
I'm ginger. I have to stay.
For medical reasons.
So producer Rob doesn't spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
He has to stay indoors. I think
He's like Twilight. He's like a sparkly vampire.
I think possibly I could be part ginger. Like the part that you can't see. No. I think, like I caught hay fever at a late moment in life. I think I'm becoming ginger.
I feel like I mowed the lawn earlier. I feel hay fevery, but I haven't got hay fever.
Well, I had a jab that was supposed to stop it, and the last 2 days I've been full of fucking hay fever. So
maybe you got it when you had hay fever, and now it's with you.
That was partly the reason why I stopped going outside, because of the hay fever. And then I got the jab to stop the hay fever and just still didn't go outside. So it is what it is. But anyway.
And now you just want to play Minecraft all the time?
There is no... I don't even know what Minecraft is.
Yes, you do.
I only play one game.
Fuck off. Yeah, Minecraft.
I've played one game for 2 years.
You start doing this Fallout.
Call of Duty and the new Call of Duty.
You do the...
My KD shit. No, that's Fortnite.
The same fucking game.
No, it's
Every
not.
game's the same game.
Fortnite is for children,
Every
like
game.
FIFA.
Every
Warzone
game.
is for adults.
Every game is the same game.
No, it's
What
not.
do? You move someone with your little fingers and your little
Shoot
buttons
people in the
and your
face,
thumbs,
motherfucker. That's what I
and then
do.
you shoot them and then they
shoot
kill you,
people in the
and
face.
then you respawn and then you do it again.
Usually they shoot. No, you don't. Once you're dead, you're dead. That's the point.
There's no respawning.
No.
So what? So you buy a game,
Yeah.
you install it,
Yeah.
you play it.
Yeah.
Once you die, you can never play that game again.
No, you can't play in that specific game again. That, like, that.
Can you not fart on the podcast, please?
You can't play in that lobby again. You can if your teammates buy you back.
I don't care enough.
But if you're on your own and you die, that's it,
don't.
you're dead. It's the last man standing. That's the point. It's to be that number one.
You
It's
know what?
effectively the same as my racing. It's to beat other people.
But at least you were in the car.
I'm still only using my fucking hands.
Yeah, but okay. Why don't you play fucking racing games?
Because they're boring.
Why? Because the real thing's better.
Yes.
And on that note, we will end the podcast.
That
Thank
doesn't
you for
mean that I
listening.
should go and
Thank you
join
for
the
listening.
army. Fuck
We'll
me.
be back next week. Are we
Yeah,
still
I like-
next week either?
I like Call of Duty,
Okay.
so I'm going to go and shoot
We'll do
people in
audio
the
again
face
next
in
week.
real life.
Thank you for tuning in. You're all
Because it's the
beautiful.
same thing. You're not ending the argument, the podcast, on a
I am.
bullshit
Rob stood
argument.
up. We're over. It's over.
No fucking chance.
Yes, we are.
No. This won't be on YouTube.
It won't be on YouTube, but you'll find us on...
I'll probably get mugged off on social media again, so catch us on twitter.com,
You'll probably find us on
instagram.com,
HTTP.
facebook.com,
yeah.
bebo.com,
We're not on Bebo.
Spreaker.com,
Spreaker.
spotify.com, apple.com, what else? Deezer.com,
iHeartRadio.com.
iHeartRadio.com. We're still on YouTube.com if you want to
the
want to
audio will be
search.
there, but just to
So
our
you go
platform is better.
www.youtube.com.
If I have been exceptionally loud, I apologise.
In the search bar, type in Archer and the Devil, and it will come up, and you can roast the devil about his hill climbing exploits.
Honestly, right.
And tell him
Go
how
watch. It's not on Netflix anymore. Watch Free
it's
Solo.
that good. It got an Oscar, but they've taken it,
It
off
was on Netflix.
Netflix.
Fucking rotate things on Netflix, bitch.
What? Because they haven't got enough room. What a load of bollocks!
Right. If you find it somewhere, watch Free Solo. I recommend it. It's not a hill.
I don't.
It's a definite. You've never seen it.
And I still don't recommend
Right.
it.
Anyway.
Is that the one where the guy cuts his arm off? Is that a different
No,
film?
that's 127 hours.
Oh, that
which
one
is
sounds...
not a documentary. It's a film with James Franco in it.
It is a documentary.
127 hours isn't a documentary.
It's based on a true story.
That's not what documentaries are.
Technically.
Well, some documentaries
Technically, my computer game is based on a true
are.
story.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Because it's about shooting people in the
About
face.
Minecraft.
Right, we're going. Bye. Peace and love. Don't lick anyone. Wear a mask. Don't be a dickhead.
All of those things. Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Archer and the Devil.